Hello everyone, my name is PauLInstaMyooin, and we're back for Pokemon Y Shiny Hunting episode 202, Lapras. If you didn't watch the last episode, why didn't you? And this episode's topic is by me. You must have played the game to answer this, and if you even care about it, of course, but what is the most annoying and or hardest deck or card you have faced and defeated, and did you defeat it in the game Yu-Gi-Oh? Now for me, yeah, of course, I've dueled many decks. I would say the most annoying deck that I've ever dueled would probably be, I used to be friends with this person until I'm not anymore because they were being a dick, but, anyway, so they had this thing, these cards called quiz cards, and what this is, it's not even really dueling. Yeah, they're in the form of cards, but it's not dueling. It's pretty much just like taking a freaking exam with a time limit of like a minute. So pretty much these cards, it's like you have to answer a question, and if you get it right, then you can either choose to inflict life points on your opponent or you gain life points. But if you get it wrong, I'm pretty sure your opponent chooses if they want you to lose life points or if they get to gain life points. So it was so stupid. Like, that's the most annoying deck that I've ever done because it's not even dueling. Like I said, it's just a freaking stupid quiz. That's all that is. So anyway, that's just the most annoying deck. So yeah, I'm just getting that out of the way. The hardest deck I've ever faced, I would probably say, man, there's just so many of them, but I would definitely have to say the hardest deck that I've actually ever faced would probably be, once again, to the same person who used that stupid, annoying quiz deck. They used this is only on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, I'm pretty sure, or it's, you have to have anime cards on, but you can actually duel how you do in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, Arc 5, and you pretty much have the, what is it called, that one field where pretty much you get action cards and stuff like that. Yeah, that field. You can actually do that in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, so if you ever wanted to do that, you need that card in your deck. And the thing about that card is, why I hate it, why it's so hard, is that if you're not using pendulums, it's gonna be like really tough to face it because both you and your opponent can choose to draw an action card each turn, and well, actually, you draw them, you have to draw them, but if to use them, that's your choice. But anyway, so pretty much, whenever you get attacked or are attacking, I think you can draw one, and then yeah, or just roll a die. Oh no, you roll a dice, and then whatever it lands on, you could be like you lose a card or you draw a card or something like that. So anyway, you can't get rid of these action fields either. Even if you have a field spell, you can't replace it, and you can't destroy it by any means. They're invincible. They have to stay up, which makes it so hard. So my opponent was, like I said, he used to be my friend, but now he's not my friend. But yeah, he had some really overpowered cards, like stuff that was only in the anime, really. And yeah, also even anime ones like the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, instead of, and then the Utopia one. Well, no, actually no, that was a different one. Sorry, but no, yeah, that one, it had like different effects, like how it was in the anime. You know how like in the anime, they say these cards do certain things, but in the actual for real cards that you actually play and use, they have like a different effect for it to not be as overpowered. But yeah, so anyway, it was really tough because my opponent, he had this one that looked like it was have you ever seen one of those manga, like what a manga is? It's like a comic book, except for you have to read it backwards. It's like it's originated from Japan, and it's most of it's black and white and it's colored in. That's what the card looked like. It looked like it was a monster from there. and it was just, I think it was called Phantasm Dragon, Odd Eyes Phantasm Dragon. It was something like that. You can look it up if you want. I believe it's still a thing. It's still a card. It's been a while since I've actually since just seen something like that. But anyway, so yeah, that would be the hardest deck that I've ever faced, and I did defeat it. Actually, I got really lucky, and I think the reason, the way I defeated it, is actually with my Tierra Source of Destruction, that monster, and it was really helpful because my opponent kept having pendulums, which were able to bring more pendulums that were either destroyed by them or me, that were put in the extra deck, and they were able to bring them back whenever they want, once a turn. So yeah, it was crazy. But since I had Tierra, if you don't know Tierra Source of Destruction, pretty much you need to have 10 cards with different names in your hand or on the field, on your side of the field, and you have to shuffle all of those into the deck. They have to have different names from each other. So yeah, once you do that, success. I don't think the summon can be stopped. I think the summon can't be stopped. Once it's on the field, every single card except for that card, well, except for the action field, 'cause like I said, it's permanent on there. It's not able to go away. Every other card in the extra deck, in the graveyard, on the field, in your hands, all of those get shuffled back to your deck. And it's great about this, I have this card to mainly be able to, if I need to have my deck all full up again, and that's the same like it'll do with the opponent, but I'm also really like it for clearing the field, so that, and that monster has a huge amount of attack. It has 3,400 attack, so pretty much if your opponent gets unlucky and doesn't have anything to protect themselves, then they're screwed, because it depends if they have that many life points left either, because most of the time it's going to be 2 shots and they're dead, because if they already took damage in the duel already, then they're going to be screwed. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's how I defeated my opponent against that deck, and I just got really lucky, but it was tough. So now, for the hardest card that I've ever faced, man, that's a tough one. I don't know what to, it's really tough because there's so many cards that are really tough, but I would definitely say the hardest card that I've ever faced would probably go to, man, it's a tough one. It's this one card where you pretty much just, oh, that's what it is. Okay, so it is called a True Draco, I believe, or something like that, where you pretty much, oh wait, no. It's a Black Luster, I remember it now. Okay, so I believe it's a ritual monster, Black Luster, and pretty much it is so difficult. I wasn't able to defeat it. This is back when when I was in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro deck tournament, and people were just using, the decks that usually people would use just to win no matter what, but the cheap unfair ones. But anyway, this card is not that hard to even bring out. And not only that, its ability, so it can banish whatever card it wants that is yours whenever it wants. Like, I think up to 3, like 1 to 3 times a turn or something like that. So you're pretty much screwed. No, I think it's one time, once per turn on either player's turn. And it's really overpowered because, say if you're about to be attacked by a monster and you're like, okay, nope, just gonna banish that monster. So yeah, that's the hardest card I've ever faced. It's Black Luster something. I don't think it's Super Soldier. I forget what it is, but oh wait, no. It's this one card that if you use it as an offering for the ritual, then it will give the ability. Yeah, that's what it is. I forget what it's called, but it has the effect of you can banish one card of your opponent's once per turn during either player's turn. Yeah, if you use it as part of the ritual, sacrifices for the ritual. So yeah, that's what it is. So it's that card combined with that. That's the hardest card I've ever faced, and no, I haven't been able to beat it. That thing is tough. It's crazy. It's insane, and plus you have like stuff to negate cards like I have Dark Bribe to negate spells and traps. And then you have stuff to negate monster effects or summons, and just on top of that, it just makes it next to impossible to take down that card. So it's crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. So yeah, what is the most annoying and hardest decker card you have faced, and did you defeat it? If you even care about that part of the game. But yeah, so quite a long topic. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, I did unfollow AG because when I was waiting when I was waiting for the video to transfer a few videos back, but I just wanted to make sure to tell you. But anyway, talking about Tito's I was talking about the werewolf one. Oh wait, no, was I? No, oh yeah, no, that's right. I'll talk about that after this one, but when Mario was trying to get the meatball sub from Sonic, and he actually he found a question block, and he got the Mega Mushroom. And if you don't know this one, I think this one is only in Super Mario Bros. DS, New Super Mario Bros. For DS. And it's a huge mushroom. You actually get it in the first level. It's a huge mushroom, and if you get it, you're like the size. You're like as tall as the level. That's how big you are, and it's crazy. You knock over pipes and everything, and it's insane. You can even knock over the flagpole if you get that far, but it doesn't last that long like most things. That are it's like a star or something like that, but it's crazy. So it's funny, that actually brings back a lot of memories because well, I'll finish talking about the episode. So anyway, you think that Sonic died because Mario stomped on him, but then Sonic was like, here, take this, Mario, and then he had a mini mushroom, and that turns you to like super tiny, like an ant size, like the size of an ant. And then Sonic like kept stepping on Mario, and then I guess Mario's officially dead. Well, you thought he was dead the last time with the meatball suit, but maybe he's actually dead now. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So now I was gonna say, I remember playing back then when I didn't care. I used to just play with my brothers and sisters, and I used to actually have New Super Mario Bros. For DS, and we used to play multiplayer. If you play that game, the mini game with the stars. You have to get the stars, and then whoever got the most, they just won. And then you have to like go up against each other, and if you hit, and if you, it would just show up at random spots each time on the level. And if you hit, if you die, or if you get hit, you'll have a star go out of you that you collected. And whoever gets, I think the most was 10 stars. Whoever got 10 stars first wins. But anyway, if you get, I think a question block, if you have the less stars or not, you can potentially get a mega mushroom, like a huge mushroom. We'll check one more for the episode. But anyway, I'm bringing this up is because one time I was playing with my sister, and I stole her mega mushroom. When she tried to use it, I came out of nowhere and I stole it, and then I destroyed her with it. And it was so funny. It was hilarious. But anyway, yeah, I'll talk about the Sonic werewolf thing, where Sonic turned into a werewolf because of Monkey, but then he chased after Monkey trying to kill him. But anyway, alright. Bye, Lapras. I've been your host, PauLInstaMyooin, and